वेलकम टू माय पॉडकास्ट मीडिया मेकर्स टॉक। और आज हमारा पहला एपिसोड है और यहाँ पे हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं प्रोफेसर सिमरनजीत सिंह कलेर, जो कि फिल्म एंड मीडिया प्रोडक्शन लवली प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी में हैं और एक इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म मेकर भी हैं और एक राइटर भी हैं। वेलकम टू माय पॉडकास्ट मीडिया मेकर्स टॉक। सर, हम सबसे पहले शुरुआत करते हैं कि आपकी जर्नी इस फील्ड में स्टार्ट कैसे हुई।
My journey was a normal uh, Indian guy journey, and I born and brought up in a village where there was very limited resources of education, and nobody was giving us any guidance related to anything. But somehow my father is a writer. He was an editor of a magazine, Punjabi magazine, and his friend circle was in with the journalists. So uh, that was the inspiration for me, because I remember I wrote one poem, and that poem was published in one Punjabi newspaper. And when I saw that poem published in one Punjabi newspaper, I was very much happy, surprised, and hopeful for the future. So I started thinking myself as an established writer. My inspiration was that now my stories, my poems should be read by the masses. So that was the beginning. After that, when I did my graduation and I did my masters in Punjab University, Chandigarh, in Department of Mass Communication, that gave me the lead to my profession. So then there was an incident actually. I was working in one of the newspaper, Indian Express, and in Indian Express, the editor asked me to do an article on particular thing. I refused that, sir. I won't be able to do the article on this particular thing. I can show both of the aspects.
Okay.
And when I came back in the evening, although it was my kind of a learning period, when I came in the evening, I come to know that now I am not in the reporting. I have been shifted to the sub-editing. Then I realized that this is not my field. I want to be an independent filmmaker because I want to raise voice for the masses. I want to speak for those who can't speak something. So then, after that, I changed my mind and I become an independent filmmaker. After doing work with various channels, national and international, regional, various formats, radio, TV, television, new media. Then I joined as a professor in lovely professional university. And now I'm here for last 10 years. I'm giving my skills to the students.
हम किसी भी चीज़ के बारे में अगर बात करनी हो, किसी चीज़ को जानना हो, तो हम सबसे पहले उसका बेसिक्स देखते हैं या उसकी हिस्ट्री देखते हैं। तो अगर हम यहाँ पे बात करते हैं सिनेमा की, फिल्म एंड मीडिया प्रोडक्शन की, तो सिनेमा का जो ओरिजिन है वो स्टार्टिंग कहाँ से और कैसे हुई, इसकी हिस्ट्री क्या है?
The word cinema is taken from a Latin word cinema, a light. And if I talk about the history of cinema, it was already there in the human interest. If I talk about in India there is one kind of a story narration which is known as Patachitra. And that Patachitra is, they make a one frame, and in that frame they show different pictures one by one. And when that picture comes, they narrate the story by singing and playing the music. that was an entertainment. That was a message. That was the thing that the people used to spread in the root levels. And then when we talk about the technology, the development of technology, uh, people, scientists were working all around the world about this technology, and they were finding out the ways that how can we capture the exposure. So it's a simple funda that if there is no light, you won't be able to capture anything. The basic
जी
concept of camera is to capture the reflection of light. Camera can't
ओके
capture direct light. Camera only
या
captures the reflection of light. And with the help of the camera, you can control the light accordingly. And that is how the people started experimenting. Joseph Nimsey is known to be the first person who was able to capture the exposure. And it's a story behind him that he used to see image of exposure on inside his castle, and he started finding out the ways that how can I capture that exposure somehow. He experimented with many chemicals, with many metals. In the end, he was successful to get the impression of that exposure. After a full day, until the exposure was there, keeping one plate over there by applying a chemical. That expression was not developed by Joseph Nimsey, but it was laterally developed, and it's available on the internet. If you will search the first picture of the world, you will be able to find out that picture, that exposure.
ओके
Then Louis Daguerre invented one of the device which is named as Daguerre type, which was given, the name was given on his name, Daguerre.
ओके
It was the first successful experiment by Louis Daguerre, uh, that he was able to capture the exposure in an accurate and sharp, and he was able to develop that also, that he was able to develop the negative into the positive. His first picture was
ओके
like capturing of a street. That street is very busy, but he was not able to capture it. It looks like that there is nobody. Only one person is standing and one shoe polish person is polishing the shoes. The reason was the
ओके
camera was not able to capture the motion.
मोशन
Yes, that's why the street was moving and he was not able to capture the motion. Only the person who was standing and the person who was doing the shoe polish, they were still, and that's why he was able to capture that. After that, Edward Muybridge, he was already, daguerreotype was already with us till that time. In approximately 1880s, Edward Muybridge placed 16 cameras in a row and he captured the running horse. And again, it was a story that he took a bet with someone that while the horse is running, his hoofs are on the ground or above the ground.
जो रनिंग हॉर्स की जो कैप्चर किया है उन्होंने वो सबसे पहला एक मोशन हम बोल सकते हैं कि मोशन कैप्चर है इस
It was
वर्क में
not the motion capture. He captured the still images, 16 still images.
ओके
He inserted those 16 still images in one of the toy, one of the device. And when we used to rotate that device, it seems like the pictures are running. The
ओके
pictures gets the motion. And that thing is known as the persistence of vision. And what is the persistence of vision? Persistence of vision is this, that our brain remember any particular exposure for 10 seconds. After instance,
ओके
if I am looking at this you right now, then if I am looking at some other thing, then your image will be in my mind for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, your image will vanish from my mind. And that's how when we capture the 24 frames per second, and we gave the motion to those 24 frames, it looked like a motion. That's why we named this as a motion picture also. That's the reason.
Okay.
After that, when Edward Muybridge gave us this understanding that this is how we can give motions to the still pictures. Then again, experiments was being done everywhere in the world. And you know what, like whatever we are talking, that is the written history, which are mentioned in the books. We were not present at that time. Whatever we get from the resources, from the books, we are telling that. Yes, we don't know, maybe some people might have done some successful experiments, but they are not limelighted. They are not properly introduced to the world.
सो दैट मीन्स जो सिनेमा की हिस्ट्री है और पूरी जो उसकी जर्नी रही है उसमें काफ़ी एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के बाद आज जो हम चीज़ें देख रहे हैं जैसे VFX या CGI, तो हम ये चीज़ें देख पा रहे हैं काफ़ी एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के बाद।
Definitely.
क्योंकि मैंने जितना सर्च किया है उसके अकॉर्डिंग पहले साइलेंट फिल्म्स बनती थी।
हाँ,
और
after that,
जी
when Louis Bowley was one of the scientists, he was making one of the device. The name of that device was cinematography, and he was not able to final that device, and he sell that experiment to Thomas Edison. Then Thomas
जी
Edison gave that experiment to Luminar Brothers. And then Luminar Brothers developed that cinematography experiment, and they were successful to come out with one of the device, one of the tool which was able to capture the motion pictures. And then they shooted train arriving on the station, people coming out of the factory, and small clips of various environments. And that's how Luminar Brothers come to India in Bombay, and Raja Ravi Verma and Raja Raja Ravi Verma and Raja Harish Chandra, both of them have watched that film, the train arriving on the station, and they bought that equipment from Luminar Brothers. And that's why we got our first motion picture also in the name of, I'm sorry, I said Raja Harish Chandra. It was Dada Saab Phalke and Raja Ravi Verma. So
ओके
that's why we get our first picture, motion picture of Indian motion picture in 1914 in the name of Raja Harish Chandra. So it was Dada
ओके
Saab Phalke and Raja Ravi Verma who bought the device. The investment was done by Raja Ravi Verma because he was already a painter. As he was a painter, he was very innovative. He loves to do experiments. So that's how we get the beginning of Indian cinema also with us, and beginning of world cinema also around the world with that particular device. Then there was
ओके
no sound in the films at that time. It was silent cinema. We were not able to develop the sound. Sound comes in the cinema in 1927 with the film The Jazz Singer. And the
ओके
film The Jazz Singer was not completely with the dialogues and sound. Only the audio singing was in the sound. Rest the film was silent. So it's not the
ओके
complete sound film of the world. And that's how we get the sound in the cinema also after that. But before that, we get certain technologies also, certain working of new type of experiments. D.W. Griffith, who is known to be the father of cinema. Why he is known to be the father of cinema? Because D.W. Griffith has given us the dramatic cutting. And with that dramatic cutting, we get the close-up shot to get the expressions. Before that, it was just a wide still frames, and actors used to move inside and do the reactions. But Griffith gave us the more deeper experiments on the camera shots.
अभी भी एक्सपेरिमेंट्स हो रहे हैं सिनेमा के वर्ल्ड में?
Yeah, definitely. There are many experiments being done. Actually, this technology, this medium, is related with the projection and the production. Projection is also the important part of this medium. If there is no projection, there is no use of production also. So,
हम्म।
if I tell you about the projection, magic lantern was the first device. Ibn Al-Hayatam was one of the person who write the book of optics.
ओके।
And with the help of that book of optics, we were able to develop some lenses. We were able to develop certain uh, the mirrors, and with those mirrors, we were able to develop the projections. And with the invention of Thomas Edison, the bulb, again we were able to, that bulb was helpful for us to project the exposure on the white sheet. Same way, magic lantern, it was the same device. We used to put candle in that magic lantern, and with the help of candle light, we were able to see the strip reflection on the wall.
तो सर मैं आपसे अभी एक फिल्म मेकर के पर्सपेक्टिव से जानना चाहता हूँ कि अभी अगर हम टेक्नोलॉजी की बात कर रहे हैं तो इस टाइम पे कौन सी ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी चल रही है जो कि आपके हिसाब से फ्यूचरिस्टिक है?
According to me, there is nothing advanced, because I have seen the technology changing after 1 year, after 6 months. Nothing is advanced when it is there. It's just a present, what is in the present. So right now in the present, we have got AI tools. We are into the, if you want to improve the audio, then you have got the Adobe podcast. Just insert the noisy audio in that Adobe podcast, you will be able to get the quality output of that audio. You don't need any studio anymore now to regain your audio. Yeah. So you just need to record it in your mobile phone, and you just need to put it in that Adobe podcast. You will see the results. Same way, we got the technology in the videos. The kind of videos the AI is generating, we can't be able to execute those with the help of the animation people. So algorithm is taking everywhere, even in the post production, in the editing. Maybe someday a camera may come, and the camera can read the mind of the director, that what kind of shot that this director want, and according to that mind of the director, the camera you automatically will operate by itself and give us the shot taking. But I think as we are getting that the video qualities, we won't be like, we are waiting for that certain kind of games, Grand Theft 6. If we see the graphics of those kind of game or any other games, they are doing wonders. They are portraying reality in front of us. So even in the future, maybe we don't need the characters also. We can generate the characters through the AI, and we can give the AI can create the script also for those characters. AI can create the music for those characters. So one person can create a film in the future. You don't need tools. You don't need the manpower for that. You don't need to feed 200 people to make a film. So certain kind of things are coming in the future, and they are good. They are good in the sense that they are making us competitive. Now the best will survive. We have to be on the toes. We need to develop our mind in terms of the design. Like if we are thinking at level 100, right now we have to develop our mind to think at level 1000. Then only we can beat the AI.
Yeah.
But AI is certain kind of thing which will again read our algorithm of the mind. Again, AI will easily operate or create at 1000 level. Then we need to develop again
Yes.
to go to the 10,000 level. So it's a competition between AI and human being.
सो आपके कहने का ये मतलब है कि हमें इस फील्ड में या किसी भी क्रिएटिव फील्ड में रहने के लिए कुछ एक्सेप्शनल चीज़ रखनी चाहिए। हमारा जो माइंड है वो यूनिक और एक्सेप्शनल चीज़ें बनाने के लिए प्रिपेयर रहना चाहिए हर टाइम।
बिल्कुल रहना चाहिए। Now, if I give you an example, Nosferatu film is coming in 2024. Nosferatu was done by, shooted by, or executed by one of the director in 2022. Yes, that was the vision at that time, 2022. And now see the vision of that filmmaker, that he has thought a certain beautiful narrative cinema, he has developed a certain beautiful characters, although he has taken the reference from the literature, and now we are remaking those concepts.
जी
There are many examples where we are remaking those concepts. It means we don't have anything new with us now. We are not that creative to execute new concepts.
जी
So, human being filmmakers have to be on the toes.
जी। तो एज अ राइटर जैसे आपने काफ़ी काम किया है, तो अभी जो आज की इंडस्ट्री में जो फिल्म के आइडियाज़ डेवलप हो रहे हैं, कॉन्सेप्ट बन रहे हैं, मे भी हम कह सकते हैं कि ये एक इन्फ्लुएंस होके चीज़ें बनाई जा रही हैं वेस्टर्न कल्चर से।
It was always there, Aman.
जी
Actually, the market choose the concepts. Suppose if we want to sell certain things, if we want to sell clothes, if we want to sell, if we are affected with the politics, if we are affected with the business, accordingly, filmmakers are they are choose, and the producer invest in those concepts, and with the help of those concepts, they give that thing to the world. Suppose, let's take an example.
हम्म
If I want that my audience should be orthodox, my audience should be the believer of the God, my audience should believe in devil, then I will create certain horror cinemas
जी
where I will make them believe in the horror, where I will make them believe in the devil. Yes.
जी
Same way, we don't know that devil or angels are there. It's a different debate. But whatever is given by the filmmakers to the society, accordingly, the people accept and they apply
हम्म
in their uh, in their daily life. I give you one example of film Dar. In Dar, Shah Rukh Khan write a name of Kiran with the blade on the chest,
यस
and I have seen with my eyes people writing the name of their girlfriends with the help of the blades on their chest, on their forearms,
हम्म
just to show them that how much they love. Before that, it was never there. So cinema always affect the society.
तो हम इस चीज़ को ऐसे भी मान सकते हैं कि जो सिनेमा इफ़ेक्ट कर रहा है सोसाइटी को, या फिर सिनेमा जो है वो सोसाइटी को ऑब्जर्व करके ये चीज़ें बना रहा है। क्योंकि मैंने काफ़ी बार सुना है कि जो एक्टर्स हैं या जो भी काम करते हैं इस फील्ड में, वो बोलते हैं कि जो ये सिनेमा है ये किसी को इम्पेक्ट नहीं करता, ये सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट का एक ज़रिया है। और ऑन अदर साइड वो बोलते हैं जब उन्होंने कोई अच्छी मैसेज वाली फिल्म बनाई हो, कोई ऐसा सिनेमा बनाया हो, तो वो बोलते हैं कि हमने ये बनाया है कि सोसाइटी को कुछ मिल सके, कुछ अच्छा मैसेज मिल सके, कुछ सोशल कोज के लिए बनाया है। तो वो कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करते हैं चीज़ों को।
देखिए, मेरे हिसाब से कई लोग बेवकूफ़ होते हैं। इसमें कई फैक्टर्स हैं।
हम्म
पहला फैक्टर है कैथारसिस। अब दूसरा फैक्टर है जो मैंने बताया आपको, हमारा ह्यूमन माइंड जो इमेजेस को अपने में समा लेता है, इमेजेस को अपने में अप्लाई कर लेता है, कॉन्शियस एंड सबकॉन्शियस माइंड। तो ये बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स मिलके एक एस्पेक्ट बनाते हैं। अगर मेरे ओपिनियन से, अगर मैंने अपना ओपिनियन देना हो, तो अबाउट 70% ऑफ द सोसाइटी इज अफेक्टेड बाय द सिनेमा।
हम्म
because they are not mature right now.
Yes.
I'm talking about Indian society. I'm talking about Indian society.
Hmm.
Indian society is a believer. They believe in God. They worship the God. They like to live under the shadow of the gods. Yeah. So whatever is given by the Indian filmmaker to the society, they are the believers actually. As I'm telling you that it depends on the society. If I'm not talking about Japanese, Americans, European, Korean, or any other country, they might have their own beliefs. According to those beliefs, they are being affected. But if I talk about India, we are the believers. We believe whatever we see.
जी.
So in India, 70% of the peoples are affected by the cinema. 30% people are rational. They understand good and bad.
Hmm.
They analyze good and bad, and accordingly they take the decisions.
तो सर अभी हम बात करते हैं कि जो इस फील्ड में न्यू कमर्स हैं जो लर्नर्स हैं उनके लिए अगर हम कुछ आप बताना चाहें कि वो स्टार्टिंग कैसे करें, क्या क्या चीज़ों को फॉलो करें आज के ट्रेंड के हिसाब से, बिकॉज आपने काम किया है एज अ प्रोफेसर, काफ़ी लंबे समय से कर रहे हैं काम, और आपका इंडस्ट्री में भी एक्सपीरियंस काफ़ी है, तो आप दोनों पर्सपेक्टिव आपको पता है, तो न्यू कमर्स के लिए क्या कुछ गाइडेंस आप दीजिए कि किस चीज़ को फॉलो करें बिसाइड्स द एस्पेक्ट ऑफ फिल्म मेकिंग, और क्या क्या स्किल्स उनको सीखने की ज़रूरत है?
देखिए, it depends that what do you want to do. You want to be a sound designer, cinematographer, writer, director, editor, production designer, art director, costume designer, uh, gaffer. What do you want to do?
Hmm.
Or every cohort has its own journey, has its own plans. So it's very difficult to wind up all these cohorts in one interview. Uh, but the main thing which is required in the new generation is the ability to do research, then patience and listening skills and observation and implementations. They should first understand what is going on. Then after understanding the situation, they should analyze the situations, analyze the things. After analyzing the things, they should apply whatever they have analyzed in the proper channel, proper way. After applying, they will automatically create one of the best thing. So then when they will get the experience, remembering is one of the again important thing. They will remember that I did one mistake at that time. Now I won't be able to, I should not do the same mistake. So then when the experience will come, they should remember also their mistakes so that they should not do their past mistakes. They can commit a new mistake, but not the past mistakes. And they should go with the technology. They should visit, they should do traveling, they should read, they should watch.
Yes.
And they should write by their hand. They should not take help of AI.
Yes.
And these are the things that the new generation has to develop in them.
तो सर लास्ट में आप हमारे ऑडियंस को क्या क्या एडवाइस देना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि हमारी जो ऑडियंस है वो या तो फिल्म मेकिंग में लर्नर्स हैं या फिर वो हैं जो इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म मेकर बनना चाहते हैं, तो आपकी एक फाइनल एडवाइस या एक गाइडेंस क्या होगी उनके लिए?
My final advice to all of you, first of all, if you want to be a good filmmaker, be a good human being. If you will be a good human being, you will understand the emotion, because cinema is based on the emotions. Navras. So if you are able to understand those 9 emotions, and those are not only 9 emotions, behind each emotions there are millions of other emotions that you need to understand. How many emotions you can understand, you need to develop your mind at that level also. So for that you need to be a good human being. After becoming a good human being, automatically you will get the path. You will be able to decide where to go, how to go, and when to go. Then yes, money is also important to execute, to come out with the things. But if you are making something extraordinary, something which is very different from others, automatically the people who are financiers, they are greedy. They will come to you with the money, that this person is doing something different which is not done by anyone else. I should cash this person. So if they come to you to cash you, you should cash those people. So that's how, only one thing is there that I'm telling you in my message.
सर, आज आपसे बात करके काफ़ी अच्छा लगा। मुझे भी काफ़ी चीज़ें आज सीखने के लिए मिली। आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल टू हैव यू ऑन माय पॉडकास्ट। आपको आपकी लाइफ में, आपके अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स में हमारी तरफ से शुभकामनाएं।
Thank you very much.